y'all. Welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith. On today's episode, it's about random conversation, so we get to talk about anything we want to. So it's not specific a topic. So today I got a special guest on this episode, and he's going to introduce himself.
Yeah, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy LuhRak, you know what I'm saying? Take 2 L's, turn to a W. You know what I'm saying? Just back here with another video. You know, I spin in the videos when it comes to stuff. And we just finna be on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? See what Shawn got for me.
Yeah, man. So how's it going with you?
With me?
Yeah.
With everything, everything is going, you know what I'm saying? It's constant grind every single day, so I'm just working, you know what I'm saying? Just working to something better, you know what I'm saying? Keep on producing, keep on creating, and eventually, it's gonna have its repercussions. Like, it's gonna have its consequences, and they're gonna be good. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
So, yeah, I've been watching your YouTube video, and you be reacting to a lot of things. So.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot more reactions. They've been pulling the views for sure.
Man, that's cool, man.
Yeah, so I just been expanding the content, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
Man, yeah, man. I got other YouTube channel that I definitely need to start posting on there doing bars. And I also gonna be doing reaction videos and mukbangs. Hey, you like done mukbangs before?
I ain't never done no mukbang. I don't know, I've been tearing some food up, so yeah. But maybe in the future I'll end up doing mukbang too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so don't you stay in the area of Arlington?
No, I don't stay in Arlington, you know, I'm really around like the Dallas area.
Oh.
Yeah, but like I've known people, they've stayed out here and they've even gone to like college out here too. So, you know, I'm pretty familiar with this area as well, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's cool, man. So you were born and raised here in Texas?
I was born here. I was born like California.
Oh, California.
I got raised up here in Dallas, so I've been here essentially my whole life.
Oh, okay, California. So what part of California?
Pretty sure it was down like Sacramento.
Oh.
Yeah, so a small little city. Well, it might be big. I don't even know, but yeah.
Yeah, have you been to L.A.?
LA, I haven't been to LA, but I've been to a few other parts of California, like San Francisco for sure. Mm-hmm. I even got a video going to San Francisco. So yeah.
Man, I definitely got to check out that video, man. Yeah. So yeah, we can talk about, random things, what's been going on, what's been happening. Cause I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday. And I was telling that friend that I don't blame a lot of people for leaving America because America got a lot going on. With gas prices is high and all that, and people is putting their trust in these political and all that, politicians and all that.
So, yeah, a lot of stuff been going for sure.
Yeah.
Especially with like the Trump stuff and all that.
Yeah, it just... Yeah. I mean, that was just so shocking to me. Why would the dude do that? Was he that? Did he hate Trump that much? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I for sure feel it when it comes down to it because I'd rather be apart from all that anyway. Because it's just a lot of stuff going on. And, you know, it's always ulterior motives that most people don't even know about. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I like a lot of people moving to the United Kingdom and Canada and all that. And they was like, the rent and stuff is more cheaper in the other countries than it is here.
Yeah, I've been to Canada before once. It was pretty nice out there. Most of the people, they're pretty nice until you meet somebody. But yeah, Canada, it's a pretty cool spot.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, when I was saying that, I was also telling my friend, I'm like, man, these people go so hard for these politicians, Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and they treat them like they some kind of god. Like,
It don't even go that hard for their own like friends and family and stuff.
Yeah, if you criticize them, you will be counseling.
Yeah, that's just how it works sometimes.
And I'm just like, man, I just don't blame people. If people want to move out of the country, they going right ahead.
Yeah, you gotta do what's best for your own circumstances, for your own living.
Yeah,
So I for sure agree with that,
yeah. Yeah, America is very crazy, man.
Yeah, a lot of stuff go down here. I mean, some go down anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff go down here for sure.
Yeah. And of course, you have react to the video, what's it, Drake and Kanye.
Oh yeah,
Kendrick. Every time I listen to rap music like that, bro.
Oh yeah. I mean, this song, it was pretty funny, the whole thing, but most of the time it be a distraction anyway. Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure the beef died out by now. There's not really too much going on with that. And they got whole other beefs going on. So, yeah.
So did you watch the BET Awards?
Oh no, I ain't watching it. I really don't be watching too much stuff, to be honest. But like I be aware of most things, but I ain't even know nothing about the BET Awards.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much a big mess, man. With the whole Usher thing, Usher got up there and did his speech, they gonna mute him.
They muted him?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Cause I was like, was Usher cussing that much?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Then of course they did a tribute because he won the Lifetime Treatment Award. So they did a tribute and they have all these female artists perform his songs. And I'm like, what is some of those male singers? They had like Coco Jones and Keke Palmer performing his song.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, I was just so shocked about that. I mean, BET Awards used to be popping back in the day.
Yeah, I heard, but it's a lot different now.
Yeah, it is a lot different.
Yeah, well, a lot of the popularity has died down to most things.
Yeah, don't you feel like music, because they say music is not the same like it used to be.
I mean, music is changing up for sure, and then it's just a lot more people coming up, a lot more people with different styles and stuff like that. So music, it has changed, and sometimes, some people direct music more for like TikTok or something.
Yeah.
Whereas others, they're just doing it just out of pure like creation, and others just do it for like, fame, just like talking about their life, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's always different avenues, but with rap, it's always unique because it's always unique creators, you feel me? So it's always gonna be different, especially change all the time, but we just gotta appreciate the music that has been created.
Yeah.
Because it's just a lot more that's coming out, a lot better stuff coming out too, Even a lot worse coming out too, so.
Yeah, because the artists, I feel like they use auto-tunes.
Yeah, people do use a lot of auto-tune.
Yeah, man, I tell you, music, baby. Then they used to do music videos and all that, where it be playing 106 and Park or MTV.
Yeah, it used to be a lot more authentic, but
yeah. People just got so lazy now, like gospel music. A lot of the gospel music today is not good today.
Yeah. That's probably why a lot of people just don't listen to it, just because of how it sounds.
Yeah.
So some people, they really just direct it based on the sound. So if it sounds good, they'll listen to it. But if nobody's making something that sounds good, then nobody's gonna listen to it.
Yeah, everybody just like me. Yeah, I still listen to gospel music, but I'm mostly kind of listen. I mean, Tasha Cobbs and all that, she got, she do good with new gospel music. I mean, Kurt Franklin, of course, but other than that, everybody else, no.
I feel you on that.
Like some R&B music is good today, but all of them is not. It just kind of dry.
Yeah, and that's how it be, you know. But I always gotta look for the next person to start coming out with that hot stuff.
Yeah. And of course with TV shows.
Oh, with the TV shows, those are for sure changing. Especially with the acting. It seems like the acting getting worse, man.
Yeah, because everybody was also saying that TV shows used to have theme songs, but they don't have theme songs.
Oh yeah. And that's another thing that ties into music, because they gotta make a good theme song.
Yeah. So yeah, I was watching, last night I was watching That 90s Show, if you heard That 90s.
No, I haven't heard of it.
So yeah, it's a show. It's a spin-off from their show, That 70s Show. That 90s Show kind of had used the same song from That 70s Show. And but it goes by so fast, you know. But they don't mention the character, they don't mention the cast name up in the open credits. But why they just would appear their name on the screen, but not during the open when they do the theme song.
Oh, so it just come once they come
when they come to their second scene after the open credits.
Sure.
Yeah. Which is very shocking, but I mean it's not that shocking because shows did that before back in the day.
Yeah, so it is different.
Yeah, it's very different. But the writing is so bad and they trying to do all these reboots and all that.
Yeah, the reboots are for sure not going anywhere. Most people, once they remake something, they already just ruining what was already good that was. You know, so a lot of times with those reboots, it's never good, especially like the spinoffs. Nah.
Yeah. So what was your favorite show growing up?
Favorite show? That's a good question. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it is a lot of shows I watch, but probably something like maybe the Justice League or something like that.
Oh, Justice League.
Yeah, I was like when I was younger, I was into like superheroes and stuff a lot.
Oh.
So yeah, I used to watch like the Justice League, you know, little stuff like that. Now I watched like Johnny Test. I mess with Johnny Test for sure. And then just a couple other ones, yeah.
So you were watching Cartoon Network, right?
Oh yeah, I watch the Cartoon Network for sure. That was my favorite thing to watch on TV.
Yeah, but was you like, did you watch stuff from Nickelodeon, Disney?
Nah. I'll really just strictly Cartoon Network unless maybe it really wasn't too much that really came on Nickelodeon. Maybe like SpongeBob or something.
No, I'm calling.
I wouldn't even watch all that. I was just big on Cartoon Network.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch the Rugrats?
The what?
Rugrats.
Oh, no, I ain't even watch that. I like watching Transformers too.
Oh, Transformers. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cartoon Network was popping back in the day.
Oh yeah, it was for sure popping. And then they had the Adult Swim and all that.
Yeah, y'all with Boomie Dots.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I didn't watch Boomie Dots like that. So.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance until later on. But when I finally watched it, this show was hard for sure.
They talking about doing reboot.
Yeah, but one of the main characters had like passed away, so I don't even know if they did that reboot.
Yeah, Papa. What's his name? Grandpa.
Yeah.
Man, he's such a good actor. John, I think his real name John. I forgot that dude's real.
Yeah, but he was a good actor for sure.
Yeah.
Nah, that show was so hard. Probably gotta watch it again.
Yeah, reruns of it. But yeah, Cartoon Network I would say because Johnny Bravo and Eddie.
Oh yeah, I watched those too. And then Courage the Cowardly Dog.
One of my favorites.
That one was hard.
And I know a lot of people gonna throw shade, but I like it, the Papa girl.
Oh yeah. That show was pretty cool. I really didn't see too much of it. And then Johnny Bravo would be in there sometimes. So,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a other show called Sheets in the City.
She's in the city.
Yeah, that's the other one. But yeah, what other one was it? I forgot the name of the other Cartoon Network show. But yeah, Cartoon Network, it's just now people thought they was gonna shut down, but they not shutting it down.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really too many people that watch like regular cable now, except for like maybe like kids or like older people. Because most of the time, people just watch stuff online or they'll stream stuff and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
they screen like Max and all that.
Yeah, most of the time, people are into a lot more shows and stuff now.
Yeah, that's how it be now, babe. But people, I mean, I still watch Reddit stuff on TV. Yeah, I still watch those. I still watch Reddit TV, but I have streaming cable like the Red TV streaming. That's why.
Oh yeah, that Red TV stream pretty cool.
Yeah,
cool.
that way because I don't have to like necessary because most of the times I'll be watching stuff on Hulu and all that.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I really don't watch too much stuff. But here and there, I might watch me some, yeah. But most of the time, if I am watching something, it'll probably be on like YouTube or something.
Oh yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube be having everything. And most people kind of neglect it because YouTube still has other good like videos that you can watch that can like really help you better yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I kind of got into a lot of podcasts. And I mostly like watch and listen to Christian podcasts.
Yeah. So that's good, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why it what made me want to get into podcasts because one day in the future I'm gonna have my own talk show.
Yeah, you got to, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be nationwide, nationwide.
Yes, sir.
But it's gonna be a panelist talk show though. And not gonna be like the only one doing it. So
yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah,
you know
got to start. So this is practice for me to interview people.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. But man, good question. I'm glad that you able to like come on this episode because man, guess what? A week ago, I'm almost about to like get up on this thing, man.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be here. You know what I'm saying? Gotta make an impact, especially with like other smaller creators. You know what I'm saying? Because we're everybody working together, we all can like, you know what I'm saying, come up. You know what I'm saying?
Supporting that is very important to support each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to like continue this thing.
And you gotta continue, man. You gotta keep on going. Because regardless, everything that you're doing right now is building up to that bigger picture that you see yourself in.
Yeah.
So for sure, it's always about putting in the work. And like I saw like one video from like Castanet, he was just saying that even when you posting videos and they're not getting like no type of views and nothing, you still supposed to keep on going.
Yeah, being consistent.
Yeah, consistency is key. You know what I'm saying? Because that builds you up into a person that comes with that consistency. And now every video that you put out is getting them views because you kept that consistency from where you started off.
Yeah. I know we get discouraged because the numbers is
but at the end of the day, it's all numbers. And when you look at it prospectively, it's really all about the work that you put into the video. Because if you know that you put enough work into the video, that you put your all into that video, then as soon as it gets posted out, it doesn't matter how good that video does. Because you already know that you did good with the video yourself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people just focus a little bit too much on how other people might view their work. But at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself as a creator. As a creator, once you create something, that's your work, that's your art. It can be looked at as a work of art by one person, but looked at as trash by somebody else. But at the end of the day, it was still your work of art that you produce. So as long as you're the one who sees it as art, then it's art itself. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Even with like music, anything else, even with like starting off a small business, you know, not everybody migrates to something initially, but once they built that consistency over time, you know, people, they're always looking. People are always watching.
Yeah, you never know who's watching.
Exactly, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it could be somebody who watches the video, you know what I'm saying, makes a great impact on their life, you know what I'm saying? It can bring something to them. Like, even if it's just like a feeling or like even like a thought, anything of the sort, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it's always good, you know, to just keep on pushing out that content. Because at the end of the day, you have supporters yourself. It's people out there who still want to see you making videos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not only for yourself at the end of the day, because now once you've had that fan base, you're doing it for them as well, because they're there to support you. So you got to support them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is all about people helping people, you know what I'm saying? And most people, they just got to realize that a lot more. And a lot of people, that's what they're missing out on, just like supporting each other, you know what I'm saying?
And I don't know, I guess when people get big and all that, they forget about the little
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's easy for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, everyone, they do go through their own struggles. But at the end of the day, you gotta be thankful for the struggles that you went through to be able to appreciate somebody else's struggle too. And a lot of people, they don't try to appreciate nobody else's struggle. Because at the end of the day, there's people out there who've been waiting, but they're just not in a situation to really bring nothing that's really big of an impact right there where they are right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good, like, you know, help the people who are less fortunate, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's all just bringing betterment for the community at the end of the day. And when people are noticing that, they'll rock with you a lot more, because they just realize how genuine you are as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Because, I don't want to be that type of person, you know, when I become big. I don't want to be like looking down on somebody, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're all people at the end of the day. And just like you came up, somebody else can come up, somebody else can be better, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're all just people. We all are just people who can die. Everybody bleeds the same exact way, so nobody's better than the next person. It's really just about your work ethic and what you do and the work that you put in day to day.
And this is why I don't like the black versus white thing. And that's why I don't like it, because like trying to like compare us to white. I don't like the black versus white thing. It's like people in society trying to like have us to go against white people and white people go against us. I don't like that, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like as a community, we should just focus on helping each other in our community, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time, what you know is like other like demographics, most other races, they're working together, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially like, I know it's with like Hispanics, most of the time, they're always living together, they're always working, but they're always working together. So you'll have like maybe 5, 6 people living in the same house, but they're all doing something. And that's how they're able to just live off that one house, because they're cool with living together, they're cool with working together. And then they just be having a lot of cars, he always knows that. And like, it really just comes down to like what we're doing as a community. I know is that a lot of times with the black community, most of the time people just don't like to work together. It's always who's out to get who, or who can get the edge off somebody else. That's what most of the time it is in black communities. Like, people just focus a little bit too much on themselves. Like, they're too self-centered to where it's like, it doesn't matter what it takes. They're going to do something if they have to get it from somebody else to get what they want out of life. So, and that's what keeps them most of the time in that same cycle. And then, you know what I'm saying, with like the judge system and all that, once they're getting caught, they're saying that, and then that just becomes another cycle. Just because we can't work together as a community. Because if we were all working together instead of trying to rob from everybody and everything, we'd be able to start our own businesses. You know what I'm saying? Just like start making things. You know what I'm saying? Start creating. But a lot of times we end up just starting to destroy stuff instead of trying to create. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the main problems I see with like the community when it comes to us.
Yeah, well, and we were talking about episodes past. I have a black community episode where we was talking about what is going on in the black community, why the black community is like this, and why it's very important for the fathers to be in the black households and all that.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's really important because especially when it comes down to like leadership, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time with the man is more of the example, you know what I'm saying? It's something to like aspire after, something to like not so much grow up to be, but you learn those principles, you learn those statutes, you just learn a lot of stuff from him that you'll actually bring into your life as you grow into a man, or even as a daughter going into a woman, because it's still a lot of stuff that you can learn from your dad, because it just teaches them like how to respect themselves, how to respect like people around them, things of that nature. Like y'all get that from a man. Now you can't just not grow into a man without having a father in the house, but it always is. It makes it a lot easier because that's how it's supposed to be from the start. So yeah, that's how I see it. But a lot of times, dudes just be walking out, or it just be people not really committed to like the future.
Yeah,
it's all about just like what's going on right now instead of what's going to be going on in like the next 5 years. So that's the issue when it comes down to it. A lot of times we just act off of impulse instead of thinking about the circumstances to the next outcome. So
and that's why I was saying, I'm like, and I will be honest, we do each other wrong, man. And people don't want to talk about that, but we do each other wrong, and we behind Black Lives Matter and all that.
Well, really, like the Black Lives Matter, it's a white person who owns the whole movement.
This is why I don't, I got a backslash from that, saying that I don't support the Black Lives Matter organization.
Yeah, it's a white person who owns it, but a lot of times people just look at things for face value instead of just looking into the deeper picture of like, why is this even a thing, or why did they even start this movement? Or like who supports this movement, who funds the movement, who's all involved into the movement. And most people, they just don't look into that. They just get along into the movement because a lot of times people just end up becoming people pleasers, or especially with like social media, because with like social media, everybody sees somebody flocking one way, everybody's trying to flock that same way with them just to be part of the trend. So that's the issue when it comes down to it, for sure.
Yeah. Because, all that protests and then burning down buildings and all that.
Yeah, and that's really not solving nothing, just creating more havoc.
Solving nothing.
And then that just gives like the government, law enforcement an excuse to, enforce like different laws just because of the repercussions of what the people have done in the community. So like a lot of people, they just don't realize it. Like I said, a lot of times you just gotta think before you act. And most of the time people just act before they think.
Yeah. Okay, why like when a certain black person has had moved up and all that, you have other black person hating on them, been saying that they white and all, trying to be white and all that.
Yeah, now when it comes down to that, it's just like a lot of times it's really nothing but hate, because as soon as somebody sees somebody else go a little bit higher, instead of just like throwing like some support or just like being like, all right, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? At least they up. A lot of people, they just speak down to it because they just want to bring them down to the same level that they're at. Because a lot of times when you just seeing somebody doing better than you, with most people or just some people in general, they just don't like to see anybody doing better than them. But at the end of the day, it's really about what you're doing for yourself. So if you see somebody doing better for themselves, all you should just want to do is just do better for yourself. It shouldn't be, I'm gonna hate on them because they're doing better than me. No, I'm just gonna better myself and get to a better position. It's not about the next person. It's about who you are and what you're doing right now. But a lot of people, when it comes down to hate, it's just like jealousy too. Because they'll just wish to be in that other person's position, but they don't even know what it took for that other person to get in that position in the first place. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they couldn't even walk in somebody else's shoes. So
and that's what we was talking about, those toxic people, those toxic friends. They be like, you be trying to tell. I feel like people nowadays, they be gaslighting nowadays.
And that's why I just knew, like, as me as a person, I had to separate myself from like a lot of people in general, because at the end of the day, if you don't have a circle that's supporting you, you're just gonna have a circle that's bringing you down. As long as you're a part of that circle, eventually, even if you think that you're not allowing that circle to affect you, it's gonna affect you. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about just having that supporting cast, you know what I'm saying? Just having people there that want to see you do better for yourself. Because once people see that you want to do better for yourself, you're going to want to do even better for yourself, because there's other people who want it just as much as you do, or even as more than you do. You feel me? So that's how I see it for sure.
And that's what with toxic friends, toxic group and all that. That's why it'd be best to stay away from them.
Yeah, for sure.
Because nowadays people just, you be trying to tell people they think they can just treat you any kind of way and say some crazy stuff. And you be trying to tell them, and they be making you feel like the bad person.
Yeah, I just like to treat everyone with respect, because even when it comes down to it, you can even tie it down to the Bible. It says treat everyone as you would want to be treated. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, it'd be hard for them to, make that first step to show that respect, or to just show love, or just anything of that nature, to put their first foot out before somebody else does. And that's what's hard for a lot of people, to put that first foot out, because a lot of times they just want somebody else to put their first foot out. And that just ruins a lot of relationships, you know what I'm saying, a lot of friendships, even just other things, even when it comes down to business. Some people just don't want to put their first foot out there because they're afraid of the backlash or how other people will see it. But at the end of the day, by you putting that first foot out there, that's your show of effort, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they just don't want to put that effort in. And once you don't put in that effort, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to bring nothing else into your life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just stay stuck because instead of them putting the effort into them, building something else for themselves or building something better for themselves, they put the effort into hate on somebody else. And that's what the issue is. A lot of people just need to really just direct their focus into bettering their lives and bettering themselves, rather than into looking into somebody else's life that might be better or might look better than theirs.
They be like, he on all this and all that. What you got this from? What you got going on? And you would never do this. And this is why we as black people got to be careful with, especially black parents. Need to be careful with telling their kids that they will never be somebody because the color of their skin.
And a lot of times people do focus a lot of the bad stuff onto the kids, but a lot of people aren't realizing that when it comes down to the parents, as a parent, you have to really watch what you say to your kids, because you're around them all the time. Your word, everything that they say, that sits with their kid for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So it's really just about, at the end of the day, your kid is the seed. So as you're planting a seed, you have to water it the right way. Because if you're not putting the right water in it, or you're just putting something that's contaminated, that seed is going to grow to be contaminated. You know what I'm saying? That seed will grow to be contaminated, and then that's what just builds that cycle. And then that same contaminated person will contaminate the next person, you know what I'm saying? And that just builds a cycle and just puts people into that worst type of community, because people are just affecting people in a worse way, you feel me?
So the difference with black parents, of course, they be like, when they kids ask them like, I'm gonna get the belt, if you gonna sit down somewhere, and you had that growing up.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? It is two ways you can look at it because it does, you know what I'm saying, just build that respect in a way because you know what to do and what not to do. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like it should continue for a long time. I feel like most of the time when it comes down to it, just having like a talk, like those harder talks, like that's really what sits with you because at the end of the day, you just realize where your actions really brought. And at the end of the day, you realize where your actions can lead you to if you continue to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And this is why, like, okay, black parents will whoop their kids. They would tell them they used to whoop their kids, but they don't do it no more.
Yeah, and that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not showing it enough. And like I said, it's all the seed that you're growing. So if this seed is growing that, oh, I can do what I want now. And once they grow up into teenage years, adult years, if they still been in that same type of environment, that's how they're gonna feel. And that's why a lot of people just start to do what they think that they can want to do. And then that's when they end up in the circumstances that they end up in. A lot of people end up like going to jail or just dying or just getting killed or just killing somebody else or just robbing from somebody and getting robbed because people are just in that mindset that they can just do whatever they want and they don't have any repercussions for it. And most of the time, they end up finding those repercussions pretty soon. Yeah.
I mean, I used to be a substitute teacher. Those kids is so bad. They get rewarded for bad behavior. They don't do their homework. You be trying to get them to do their homework. And their parents don't even teach them nothing. They just do whatever they want. Especially pre-K and kindergarten. I'm like, what do they know about boyfriend, girlfriend? That's strange to me.
It's really all about what's going on in the home.
Yeah.
And a lot of times with those same kids, a lot of those be the kids that don't have their father in their home. Or with the father, he's just not put on the best example, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, they actually do have their fathers, but their fathers be like drug addicts, so they'll be selling or just trapping, stuff like that. And then that kid grows into the same steps and path that their dad is already in, and that just leads on, like I said, right into that cycle.
Yeah. This is why it's very important for parents to raise their kids.
Yeah, for sure.
To teach their kids how to do right, and not be disrespectful to people that's older than to adults, especially teachers. Because you see a lot of teachers nowadays, they quit in their jobs.
Yeah, and they're underpaid already. You know what I'm saying? It really does take a lot to teach because some people, they're not always as receptive as the next person. They might learn stuff a lot slower. And for a teacher to take that burden on, like it really is a lot to respect in it, especially when they don't even get paid as much as a normal worker who could be doing something completely different, but not impacting people and their kids as much as those teachers are.
Yeah. So that's why it's very important to teach your kid how to mind and how to, follow the rules. Because, it cannot be, you definitely, it cannot, like I say, you definitely, if you don't train the kid up, what they do is just do anything they want. It's just very bad, Those teachers, I was looking at a couple of videos on YouTube and TikTok. Saw a couple of students like being up on teachers and substitute teachers.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I was like, do I want to be a teacher? I'm like, no, I don't want to be a teacher. I read a couple of times when I was on some kids at the school.
Yeah, you start to realize a lot of people, they just don't have respect,
Yeah.
And they just haven't been taught respect,
Yeah. But my little sister, she's about to be a teacher. She gonna be working at Uplift Education. I don't know what grade though, so. And I was like, should I be a teacher? And it keep on coming to my mind like yesterday. And I'm like, I don't know about that, man.
You never know.
But I don't know, but I'm trying to, hopefully to do something in my field because
you doing this podcast stuff right now too, so.
Yeah, so I enjoy doing this, Yeah.
Yeah, it's really all about doing what really sits with you because as long as you have that same love, that same dedication for it.
Is it dark? Do you feel like it's
dark? Oh, it's not dark.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there you go. It's a little straighter.
Yeah. But yeah, man, a lot of people, and speaking with the workforce, I know a lot of some people goal is to like own their own business one day.
Yeah, and that's really what it's about because, like I said, once you have something that really sits with you, that you have love, and once you just put that consistency into it, you keep on grinding. Like, it's going to bring something out of it because that's what happens when anybody who has made it out, they had to stick with what they was doing. They had to close their ears to like the haters and everything. They had to keep on pushing, keep on grinding, even if they wasn't seeing the results that they wanted to. Because at the end of the day, just like the next person, it'll carry out for somebody who is just as dedicated or even more dedicated to their craft and their work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because I know a lot of people we was talking about, like I know a lot of people had to work jobs, until they got into their 40s or 50s or 60s. And a lot of them, you had this older generation saying that we don't think it's a good idea for you to own your business because nowadays the economy is bad and all that. And you got to work a 9 to 5 job, but those jobs can replace you. They can like hire somebody else and all that. And if people have like a vision, I would say go for it. Do not listen to what other people, and this is why I feel about the government and then the college system. They keep you in school for 4 years and then you have to pay back those loans and all that.
And that's the thing. A lot of times, especially with like society, they just want to either direct your vision or just cut off your vision completely. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And especially with even with the older generation, a lot of times people just speak from the circumstances that they experienced when they was younger. And a lot of people just can't realize that now it's completely different than how it was 20 years ago, 50 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, especially like when it comes to the older generation, they're just stuck in their ways. And a lot of times people just have to realize that those same ways, they've already changed now. Like the same stuff that you was doing 20 and 50 years ago, how our society is, you have to move a lot more different now. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times working a job for 20 or 30 years to finally be able to come out of retirement and then live all right, that's cool for some people, but people want to get the stuff right now, you know what I'm saying?
They want to be their own employee. They don't want to be stuck working under somebody all their life until they die.
And working for yourself is the best person to work to. And you being yourself, you're your biggest enemy. So at the end of the day, once people just start to divert their focus, you know what I'm saying, just realize that what they're doing and who they are is what actually matters. And you know what I'm saying, just keeping that walk with God as well, but just realizing that just being there, them focusing on bettering themselves, bettering their outcome, their situation is going to leave a long-lasting imprint on their legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, people have to take their lives a lot serious because nothing is really promised to us. Yeah. And then, especially if you want to have kids and things of that nature, you want to have them in the best position that you can have them in. And like people that have like family, or some people they're just alone. But most of the time, people have family, and then you have your parents and stuff. And if your parents are in the best situation, like why would it hurt you to be able to put them in a better situation? Because even over the course of your life, you know what I'm saying, they were the ones who was there for you. So a lot of times now, when you're getting older, you're put into that position where it's time for you to take that burden on to actually be able to bring something to your life and to your family's life as well, even with your friends, you know.
Yeah. You know, and this is why we definitely encourage people, you know, with the business to go for it, you know, do your research and all that. If you want to own your own business, you don't have to work a job all your life, you know, until you die.
Yeah, and that's some creativity as well. Like I said, when it comes to creators, everybody has their own art, and a lot of times people either end up shadowing their art or they never bring their art out, and a lot of people just end up missing out on something that could have been
because
really great.
What they do, they listen to other people. They listen to their family members saying, "We think it would be best for you to do this and that." And because that's their family members, they gonna go by what they say.
Yeah, exactly. And that just stunts the growth, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I always just, I always just tell somebody, you know what I'm saying, go with what you trust, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, just living this life, everything that you do experience and go through, you have to actually experience that stuff and learn that stuff to be able to put yourself into a better position later on, because it's all stuff, it's all experience. And at the end of the day, with that experience, you're just learning that situation that you're about to put yourself in. You're just learning from all that, and all that is just helping you, and that builds you up as a person, so you're able to be prepared for the next thing, the next opportunity, the next outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very important. Y'all get tired of me saying that, but yeah, it's very important for us to do that, you know. If we want to like go forward with life and own our own business and all that, we definitely, you know. I know a lot of people and we get so caught up in people because we care about them so much.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people, they end up getting too caught into the next man's word, when a lot of times if they were just putting that focus and not caring about nothing else, if they were just focused on what they needed to work on, they'll be a lot further off. And a lot of times people, we just, even with the people who are focused on their own self, focused on themselves, a lot of times we still end up getting too distracted. And that's the thing. Just by eliminating the distractions, having that tunnel vision, having that soul focus, you're able to get to where you want to be a lot further, because now you're not even hearing from nobody else, and now you're not even seeing nothing else except for your vision. You know what I'm saying? And really, once you make your goal something that you actually tie in, that vision, something that you tie in, that you actually feel for, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get there a lot faster, because you want to actually be able to experience that vision. You know?
And this is why they, of course, a couple of people say, be careful, tell people your plans and vision. Because if you tell people that what they would do, they would be negative and say, "Oh, that's not gonna happen for you." They will reach and you be like, "Pray for me, pray for me," but you don't know if they playing against you.
Yeah, and that's why it's really all about having the right circle as well, because with your circle, if it is something that you want to tell your circle, you want to be able to tell your circle, and then they either help you get there or they're hoping that you get there, rather than them actually speaking down on it or hoping that you don't get there. Because with that, like that just affects it a little bit more, especially if they're doing it behind your back, because you never know. And you don't want somebody speaking down on you when you're trying to come up, you know. So
negativity talk. You know,
it's really all about who you surround yourself with when it comes down to it, the people, your environment, as well as the distractions that you have around you. So it's really just about eliminating the distractions, eliminating those things that actually affect your vision in a bad way, in a negative way. So
when we encourage people, you can't listen to them and have some positive friends, you know.
Yeah, for
Friends
sure.
that will tell you the right and don't be like negative and put you down, be toxic.
Yeah, and it comes down to accountability as well. You want somebody that can actually hold you accountable. When you do speak something, you say that you're gonna do something, they'd be like, oh, you said that you was gonna do this, but you haven't done this yet. You want somebody there that can hold you accountable, because at the end of the day, accountability brings responsibility, you know what I'm saying? So by holding yourself accountable, you'll know that the next time you'll be responsible for doing this or doing that, because now you've just built that discipline from everything that you have experienced in the past, you know. So you've already built that discipline that, hey, I'm not gonna let this slide this time. I'm not gonna let this opportunity go by next time. Next time when this happens, or next time when I'm around this, or next time when I'm in this room, I'm gonna make sure that I do this, I do that, and I carry out my vision. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, we just really just gotta put a lot more focus onto that vision, you know, instead of what other people are saying, because a lot of times people are just speaking from what they know and for what they've seen, instead of actually from what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it's slim.
Now it's slim.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good right there. You sit straight line.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like, and that's just one thing. Be careful with, if you have a problem situation, this is why it's always important not to tell everybody, because people be ready to hear your downfall too. Now it's entertainment too now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is why we encourage people to go to God and pray if you have a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Because at the end of the day, God can do the most about it, more than anybody else can.
Yeah. Because you tell people is what they do is they goes around and tell other people your problem.
And even in the Bible it says not to let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. You know what I'm saying? To keep something secret. A lot of times that's better anyway, because it's more about the action rather than the spoken word, because people, they can talk a good game, people can say that they're going to do this and do that, but a lot of times they end up never carrying that stuff out. So it's really just about it's really just about knowing what you're going to do and making sure that you carry it out. And once you do carry it out, people are going to see it anyway. So
yeah. So yeah, that's very important. I know. Couple minutes, but yeah, we can talk about last month was men's mental health last month.
Yeah.
And I had saw one of your videos that a lot of people around there, a lot of dudes around your age are like committing suicide.
Oh yeah, that's one of my other videos. Yeah, so when I made that video, it was just something that I had seen a long time ago. That was last mental health month, I'm pretty sure. And really, that's the thing. Once you look around a lot, you really notice that there's not really a lot of people who really talk about men's mental health and everything. And that's one thing that's actually important, because you know what I'm saying. However a man thinks, so is he, you know what I'm saying? So if he's not doing good mentally, he's not gonna do good physically, spiritually, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times it'd be hard for men to even be able to talk or even have that voice.
Taught in the society, we was taught to be tough and muscular.
Yeah.
Massively.
And a lot of times people don't even understand that by you letting how you feel off, that's not you being vulnerable. That's not you being less of a man, because you're explaining your problem, or you're explaining how you felt when that problem happened. That doesn't make you no less of a man. But it's really just about putting that foot forward, and it really just comes back to all about having that right circle around you. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a brotherhood, if you don't have men around you that can actually support you when you are down, then a lot of times you end up just having to face up for yourself. And a lot of times as men, as we are facing stuff by ourselves, it affects other people that are around us, because just depending on how we're dealing, how we're feeling with certain things, we might treat somebody else in a different way or a different manner, just off of how we're feeling. So it's really just about having that circle. And if you don't have that circle, just knowing how to actually deal with the things that you experience on a day-to-day basis. And like it really does come back down to talking to God about your problems, because at the end of the day, He can bring you a sign. He can show you something better than anybody else can.
Yeah.
So it's really just about, you know what I'm saying, having that right circle, having God in your corner as well, just to have somebody to talk to, be able to go to when it does come to things that you experience negatively in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I did have a friend that recently passed away from suicide. You know,
I'm sorry to hear that.
commit suicide. So yeah, it was sad. You know, I would say I was recently at that point myself. Yeah.
But it's good that you out of it. You
Yeah.
know? I've had like I even know a friend who was dealing with some stuff himself, and like it was really just an eye opener. You know what I'm saying? Really just about putting that first foot forward. Like I said, sometimes you have to reach out yourself to that person when they're going through it. You know what I'm saying? Some people they might not be as receptive to reaching out to somebody else, because they might just be used to dealing with everything on themselves, on their own.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, just you being that person, you having that care for that person, it'll be better for you to put that first foot out, be able to reach out to them, because you never know the impact that you can have on their life just from you taking that step forward. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is what it's about.
Yeah.
Just having that support for those people that are around you. Just in those times when they are down, you'll be able to at least be able to show them that they can keep their head up. You know what I'm saying?
Baby, it's okay to see a therapist, a counselor.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they say black people don't like to see a therapist, a counselor.
Nah, it always works to, you know what I'm saying, seek help, seek a professional, somebody who knows or who has experienced something, to be able to let you know about what you can do with what you're experiencing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm glad that when life gets to you and all that, then you recently, like me, I recently graduated from UTA, from college. Yeah, UTA, I'm sorry.
Congratulations, man.
Broadcast communication.
Yes, sir.
But
yes,
yeah,
sir.
it's tough to find a job, I tell you. Life after college is tough, man.
Yeah, I did a little bit of college, but I'm really just seeing where my life is taking me right now, for sure. But yeah, especially with like college, everything, no matter what you do in life, you're gonna have to have that commitment, that consistency, and that dedication to be able to carry it out regardless. So yeah, that's the main thing I'm focused on.
Yeah, man. So I went to community college, then university here, UTA. And I had dropped out, but I took breaks to join the workforce, and then I came back. It's tough though, I would say that, but everybody asking me if I'm going for a master's, and I'm like, no.
Not at this moment.
No, I'm never gonna go for that. Because right now I need to focus on what I'm trying to do, is trying to get into acting and be a producer and then talk show host. That is what my focus is trying to be on.
Yeah, for sure. You just gotta stick to
I
that focus.
just don't want to do no more school. These professors, boy, they something else, man.
Yeah, I feel
They say one thing, then they say another thing, man.
Yeah, and just like with like school and everything, you still have somebody that's telling you, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. But a lot of times, just on that solo journey, once you actually learn how to discipline yourself and regulate yourself, you can be doing the same thing that the professor is doing for your own self. Just, these are the tasks I need to carry out. This is the stuff that I need to focus on, work on, and learn. You know, just like when it comes to anything in life, you know what I'm saying? Just teach yourself how to actually, have a business, run a business, learn how to create, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it really just comes down to that work and that ethic and that output that you're actually putting into your life. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I know I did talk about this on the last episode when I did the last episode, which was the credit episode. Credit, we was talking about credit with these two gentlemen. So we was talking about college, how some people look down on some people. They didn't go to college or don't want to go to college after high school, but they prefer to just go into the workforce, or they prefer to go to trade school, because we was talking about, those loans and all that. You know, people don't want to be in debt.
Yeah, it's always a lot more options. When it comes to people who don't pursue school after college, there's still a lot more things that you can end up doing. You know what I'm saying? It's really just about not sitting around all day and not having anything.
You have to do something. Yeah, man, you definitely have to do something. You know, you can't. You know, and we was also talking about how black families. We was talking about how, you know, the difference with white families, how they would let their kids stay home until they get their foot on the door. And, you know, black family, they be like, once you turn 18, you have to get up out of my house.
Sometimes, and sometimes that's sort of like neglect, because at the end of the day, when somebody is facing everything on their own, especially with like how society is now, it's a lot harder. And it's a lot easier to be able to accept, be able to appreciate the help that you do get from the people that are around you, because some people don't have any help at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just what people, I tell you, man. But hey, it's just how it go, you know. But this is why it's very important. I know one day we want to be married and have kids, you know. One day, that's the goal for me. I'm looking at my other friends, they all married and had kids. That's where I want to be, you know, have a family one day.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm talking about 6 kids, man.
6 kids.
There are 3 boys and 3 girls, man, which I hope it be that way, man.
Yeah, but I hope you don't have all 6, man.
I hope it won't be no 10 kids, man. We gonna cut the limit 6, man. So yeah, man, I definitely appreciate you for being on this episode, Real Talk with Shawn Smith.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate being here, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you inviting me onto the podcast, you know what I'm saying?
Even though it's not your particular podcast, I know.
Yeah, but this is my first podcast, you know what I'm saying? I've always just wanted to be able to get my name out there, especially if there's other creators out here who's doing the same thing I'm doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I do appreciate it. I do mess with the word. I do like seeing it all. Yeah, I'm for sure glad to be here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And I know before we go, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions before we go, man. So what's your favorite food places?
Food place? No, I'm not gonna lie, it'll probably be like Wingstop.
Wingstop?
Yeah, Wingstop.
Wingstop, you guys, it's okay, man.
But Wingstop be hard to me, especially that ranch. It really be the ranch, man.
Yeah.
The ranch seal the deal, like. I only got a lot of ranch from Wingstop, I ain't gonna care. But yeah, that'll probably be Wingstop for sure.
I'm with, man, I got so many favorite places. You know, I like chicken, so. And me and my family, we be going to Luby's every week. If you
Luby's, yeah.
People be like, oh, that's for old people. No, it's not for old people. It's for everybody. The food be good and it's healthy, though. Especially for us black people, because they have so many, you know, fast food in the black neighborhood. Chicken places and all that. And then, of course, the place Sally and Go. That is good, too, Sally and Go.
Oh, yeah, Sally and Go? Oh, yeah, I like Sally and Go for sure. Yeah, I eat there a few times. And then, like, that frozen strawberry lemonade, this frozen strawberry lemonade be hitting.
Yeah. But have you been to Taco Bell recently?
Taco Bell? Nah. I don't really eat there for real.
Well, I've been to Taco Bell recently.
Man. I gotta pray for you, bro.
You say you gotta pray, bro. It's like the cheapest thing,
Yeah.
cheapest medicine food. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching this episode, Real Talk with Shawn Smith. Be sure to catch new episodes every Thursday on YouTube. And be sure to subscribe to Real Talk with Shawn Smith's YouTube channel.
Yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and remember, y'all can comment, but please make sure that y'all don't drink in the gas.
Yeah, don't be saying no wild stuff in the comments.
Yeah, all that. But yeah, I know. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. I see y'all next time, the next episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith now. Bye now. And
Yeah.
y'all come back now.
Yeah, it's your boy LuhRak, you feel me? Take 2 L's, you know what I'm saying? Turn it to a W, you know what I'm saying? Another episode, y'all finna see me a lot more places, you know what I'm saying? It's just a start. Appreciate Shawn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to the podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's only up from here.
Yes, trust me, when I get my home studio, he's gonna be coming on the other episode.
Yeah, I'll make another appearance once you get your studio, bro.
Yeah,
For sure.
But okay, y'all. Bye. Peace.
Yeah.